Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. Today, let's do something fun, something wild, something I usually do by myself because people call me crazy and say I drink too much coffee. Anyway, let's talk about some theories and speculations. So, you saw the title of this video, let's dig right into the details. In the pre-patch for Shadowlands, a new level 1 to 10 zone aimed at new players was added into the game. Exile's Reach. In this zone, you fight Quillboars, Harpies, Ogres, and thwart Necromancy while you're there. The zone itself is gorgeous, featuring World of Warcraft's newer zone art and updated landscapes. And the questline itself is well designed as it's quick-paced, easy for players of all skill levels, and shows you a little bit about your chosen class. I've spent a lot of time there recently since I've had to level up a new slew of alts, and after staring at some things over and over, the craziest thought occurred to me. What if Exile's Reach is the Dragon Isles? Or at least connected to it in some way. Let's look at what we know about these two places and see if we can connect the dots. The Dragon Isles are a cluster of islands said to be located north of Lordaeron, which is the Tirisfal Glades area, and west of Quel'Thalas, the Blood Elf territory. These isles not only relate to dragons, but they are said to have temples to the old gods as well. The Dragon Isles weren't thought to be canon for a long time, as they were cut from being put into the game all the way back in the alpha of World of Warcraft itself. There was nothing in the game that really talked about them until recently. The Battle for Azeroth expansion added new instanced content called Island Expeditions. Whether you liked these little adventures or not, they actually had a variety of lore niblets tied to them. Not just about the islands themselves, but in the form of randomly dropped quest items that hinted at future events. One such item is the Unscarred Black Scale. This item sends you on a bit of a goose chase to find Rathian, the Black Dragon Prince, to ask him about it. You find one of his agents instead, and what they have to say is quite interesting. Hello, I was told to expect you. Kindly hand over the scale. We will, of course, compensate you. First, in information. Have you heard of the Dragon Isles? Few have, and fewer have been there. We have not found others of the Master's kin forthcoming in information. Should you uncover anything further in your travels, we will be awaiting a visit with payment in kind. This agent explicitly mentions the Dragon Isles, proving that, while they could still be a myth, they are at least properly acknowledged in the geographical lore of Azeroth. It's important to note, too, the name of the Dragon Isles. Isles is plural. The word isle means a small island or peninsula, and in this case, there's multiple. So it's not just one big island and could be part of a broken up cluster, much like the Broken Isles. Coincidentally, at the end of Battle for Azeroth, Exile's Reach, a mysterious uncharted island, was added into Azeroth's geography. This is a small island located northeast of Stormheim, which is a part of the Broken Isles, and said to be at a considerable distance away, so much so that it's between the Broken Isles and Northrend out in the North Sea. Exile's Reach is identified as part of an archipelago, which is an area that contains a chain or group of islands scattered in lakes, rivers, or even the ocean. That sound familiar? Here's the world map as it is now in patch 9.0.5. Here at the top of the Eastern Kingdoms lie Lordaeron and Quel'Thalas. That means the Dragon Isles are supposed to be located somewhere in the ocean here. Here's the Broken Isles and Northrend, which means Exile's Reach is supposed to be in this general area here. And, according to the loading screen when you leave Exile's Reach as an Alliance player, the location you're leaving is shown on screen as well, confirming its location description. These locations happen to be in the same general vicinity, and given that Exile's Reach is part of an archipelago, the Dragon Isles, plural, could very well be a part of that same chain. If location alone doesn't convince you, I'll show you what made the idea come to my mind. Here on Exile's Reach, we learn that the area is being torn up by necromancy. Quillboar, Harpies and ogres alike are using this deathly magic to reanimate a dragon. You fight this dragon, named Ravnir, inside the dungeon portion of the zone, called Darkmaul Citadel. Back in the Quilboar area, there also happens to be a large dragon skull placed over where the Quilboar leader stands, insinuating that there were more than just Ravnir here at one point. So we have an island that had dragons, but that's not all. There's someone here that I find real strange. This guy. Why in the world is an agent of the light, an elemental of all things, present? He claims he was here to cleanse the necromancy and indeed appears to be held down by it, but that seems suspicious to me. Remember what else the Dragon Isles was originally said to have? Temples to old gods. Well, who is one of the largest enemies, yet also on the same coin as the old gods? The light. Literally a gut feeling here, but I think there's something else going on that we're not seeing. This light elemental is awfully random, and he sure bows out quick after you free him. And speaking of these temples, we have one shown in the original concept art for the Dragon Isles. There doesn't seem to be any information on the structure itself beyond what it's for, but you know what this architecture looks like to me? Naga. That makes sense considering N'Zoth, one of Azeroth's old gods, made the Naga. Why do I bring this up? Well, Exile's Reach also features Vrykul and Night Elf ruins. Naga were once Night Elves, who are often seen dwelling around the ruins of their former empire. We don't see any Naga here on Exile's Reach, but that could just be due to the timing of recent events. On top of that, the terrain here looks like it could belong to the same stretch of isles as the concept art with its rich green forests and sharp mountain peaks. And as one more little point to chew on, while you're here on Exile's Reach, you can't zoom out to the world map and it isn't explained why. This seems a little suspicious to me. And if you notice, we don't see the entire island when you're here on Exile's Reach. The land on the map extends beyond the visual border. What else is up there? Exile's Reach is likely just the name of the part of the island we're on and not the whole island itself. So with all that information in mind, I believe that Exile's Reach is connected to the Dragon Isles somehow. We very well could see it in a future expansion, and boy do I sure hope so. Well, that's what I got here. I could be totally wrong, but it's still fun to speculate. What do you think of my theory? Is there any merit to my discovery? Or have I had too much coffee and spent too much time leveling here? If you liked seeing my crazy speculations, let me know. I've got tons of wild theories like this that I wouldn't mind sharing, so if this video does well, I'll do more. And there we have it. I beg you to like and comment on this video, as doing both kicks the YouTube algorithm into high gear and gets my videos recommended more. Being totally honest with you, I want to make this my full-time job, so your support means I can keep bringing you coffee-fueled content. As always, thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's never too latte.